Hi, I'm Justin from Warne, and today we're going to quickly run through our rifle magazine extensions that we're currently offering. We are now making them for the PMAGs in 5.56, in 7.62, as well as for the PMAG AICS magazines. The capacity that you gain from these mag extensions for the AICS magazine is +4, and then for the 7.62 and 5.56, it's +5. It's a very simple installation, and we will run through installing one of these in just a moment. But they are also offered in several different colors, including black, dark earth, red, blue, and gray. And each magazine extension is going to be machined inside so that it fits the spring perfectly, as well as they have channels and tracks for the follower to track straight through the magazine extension to the magazine body itself, so it won't hang up on anything. So installation is very quick and easy. We're going to do it on one of our AICS magazines, and there's a little tab at the bottom of the magazine that you push in to remove the floor plate. Remove the little retainer clip on the inside. This is important that you remove this. It doesn't matter if it's on the AICS magazine or the 5.56 or 7.62. All of them need to have this retainer removed at the bottom. If you don't remove it, you're not going to gain the full capacity that you're looking for, and it may actually sit at a weird angle in the bottom of the extension. When you take your extension out of the package, there's going to be a screw on one side and a retaining washer. That washer is going to differ across the different models. In the case of the AICS, it's an aluminum washer, and I'm going to remove this with a T10 wrench. And we're going to go ahead and take that screw and retaining washer all the way out. So now we're going to go install this magazine extension, and one little trick, especially for the AICS magazines, is I like to start it over the spring when I install it. You can hold the spring down, but with the rifle magazines, since the spring is so long and the magazine is so big, when you go to slide that on, sometimes that spring will pop into the cavity and it will roll in one direction or the other. And then you have to slide it off halfway and make sure that it's seated down in the bottom. But in the case of this one, I can go ahead and just start it on there and push it down, and it can fit over the lips and then slide right on. I'm going to install the retaining washer, as well as the screw. And since these are pushing up against the polymer magazine body, you're just going to snug this screw down and it will compress a little bit. You don't have to reef on it, and that's all you need to do. Check that it loads to the proper capacity. Again, in the case of the AICS magazine, this is going to be a +4. Now, if you get it loaded up and let's say it loads one fewer than you're supposed to, it's likely due to when you installed it, that spring may have rolled in the bottom of it. So this goes across the board for any of the magazine extensions that we make. One quick way to check is remove the screw in the washer. Don't slide it completely off, but you want to slide it about halfway off and then take a peek down in the bottom. With about halfway off, I can see that that bottom coil of the spring is sitting totally flat against the bottom of the magazine extension. If it is not, if it looks like it's bowed or it's caught or it's twisted inside of there, you can take anything. You can use a screwdriver. In this case, I have my T10 Torx wrench here anyway, and you can stick it down in there and grab on that loop and pull it over, and that will pop it into that cavity correctly so that this actually loads to capacity. Then put your washer and screw back in, and you're good to go. Installation, as far as which direction the magazine extension will slide on to the magazine body, will depend on the magazine that you're installing it on. On the AICS, they slide from the front. On the 5.56 and 7.62, they slide from the back. You can find these at all the major retailers that Warne has carried, and on our website at warnescopemounts.com.